Hi, my name is Bernard de Vaal, and you're watching MediaPlex Live at 1. An organization known for helping others is in need of help themselves. The Salvation Army is desperate for donations and volunteers. Assistant Director of the Salvation Army, Major Paul Rideout, explains.
We're trying to raise $315,000, and we're still trying to achieve the last portion of that, which is $143,000. We need 51 volunteers a day, but for the last 8 days of the campaign, we still have 78 spots available. The last day that we're collecting donations this year is December the 23rd, simply because it falls on the weekend, and we want to give our volunteers the 24th off to spend with their family.
The past week, bullying at school level was put firmly back into the spotlight.
In front of my nose, they call me ugly, they say I have no friends. People that are different don't need to be criticized about it, because it's not their fault.
Social media was set ablaze with some celebrities offering advice.
But I just want to say you're inspiring so many people with your message and your authenticity and your realness. And we're all rooting for you and we're all cheering you on. You're a good kid.
Tamara Kowalska, Executive Director at the Windsor Youth Centre, joined me earlier today to talk a little bit more about this form of intimidation.
Tamara, thank you for joining us today and welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Tamara, the first question that I have for you is that we want to know what exactly bullying is, because it's not confined to the schoolyard. It happens in the workplace, on the sports field, and even in families.
We use the word bullying to refer to an assortment of just unkind behaviors, non-compassionate behaviors, and I think that it's a little too vague, actually. I think that it's lost its meaning, but essentially what it is people being unkind to one another with a number of different consequences.
We see a lot of these bullying videos online, and they get the hits because it's basically spectacle. For once we're actually taken into the world of a bullying victim and we share this harrowing experience with him. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's important for people in the public to be able to identify with the victims of violence. We have to be cautious, though, and really understand who is a bully, and no one of us is always a bully all of the time. You know, it depends on who we're interacting with, and we just really have to be conscious of our own behaviors. And I think that children do not invent bullying. It's adults who demonstrate that through their own practice. So we as adults have to be absolutely careful of the tone of voice we use, the words we say, our own actions with each other, with children, always, always. Yeah.
Tamara, what's the effect of bullying? Are we losing our Gandhis, our Elon Musks, our Einsteins because of kids getting bullied and being afraid to excel?
You know, we have to be cautious not to think that suffering precludes personal growth. In fact, it's actually the opposite. But in our world, we're taught that we have to be happy all the time, which in fact is not the case. There's so much that we can learn through our difficulties, our problem solving, and our suffering. And hopefully we can find the right way to guide people through that.
Tamara, thanks so much for your insightful contribution. Thank you for coming to the studio.
Oh, thank you for having me.
A street encounter between a radio host and a man resulted in a kind-hearted turn of events. Reporter Todd Sheeron has the story.
Local and fun-loving radio personality Greg Gnip kicked off his Merry Mittens extravaganza at Springwell Pub to benefit Windsor Street Help. Gnip spent Saturday collecting gloves, hats, mittens, underwear, socks, and toiletries for the homeless. The event was planned 6 weeks after an encounter where he gave the gloves on his hands to a guy on the streets.
He was cold. You could tell his hands were frostbitten and they were all chapped and everything he just looked like he was in pain. So I said, here, can I get, here are my gloves, here's a coffee. I thought he was going to kiss me. He was so excited to get the gloves. The next day I started it.
Gnip posted his idea on Facebook and drew the attention of Springwell Pub's night manager, Amanda Strong, who offered to host the event.
This cause is really important to my heart because when my husband passed away in 2013, charities jumped in to help my two sons and myself. They were 3 and 5 at the time. I want to give back. I want to pay it forward to other people in the community that are in need like I was at that time.
Not only were they collecting stuff, they were giving it away. Local businesses donated a collection of prizes and silent auction items, including numerous gift cards and an autographed photo of Toronto Raptors star forward DeMar DeRozan. Adriano Clark's company, Alma Valente Media, was excited to help and give back.
Pretty much anything that they can donate that would make a difference, that would keep people on the streets a little bit warmer this year, we thought would have definitely made a big difference. I think that the first thing that you can start with is giving warmth.
The extravaganza collected enough goods to fill a minivan and 2 cars, as well as $1,500 in cash donations. GNIP looks to repeat the event next holiday season, but also create a spring necessities collection when the winter breaks. For MediaPlex News, I'm Todd Sheeran.
We all know about Oktoberfest, but have you ever been to a traditional German Christmas fest? Jona Jota attended one in Windsor.
Christkindlmarkt is an event that takes place around Christmas time, where people can come and buy something special or maybe just have a nice place to hang out. Ryan Stiller, the event organizer of Christkindlmarkt, says that this second edition drew in a lot of people.
And they all want to get a kind of a traditional experience, maybe buy some sort of handcrafted item, as a Christmas gift. There's a lot of stuff that you can't find in the stores. So they want to come here and get something unique and special and just have a nice atmosphere.
Stiller understood that German people need to have a part of their heritage here in Canada.
We have a lot of people that come through here that they want a traditional experience and they get a chance to enjoy that here with all the food and the drinks. And we also offer many programs for children to participate in as far as music and dancing and different activities.
Marilyn Merlot, one of the vendors from the Christkindlmarkt, did personalized gifts.
I did sweatshirts and hoodies for the St. Clair College nurses students with the St. Clair nurses on the logos and different things that they wanted.
For MediaPlex News, I'm Jona Jota.
One Harrow woman is getting in the Christmas spirit and helping a family in need. Katie Panasic reports.
Laughter filled the air at the Harmony in Action in South Windsor Sunday night. 13 vendors from all over Windsor, Essex came to help raise money for a family in need. Owner of Harrow's Helping Hand, Sherry Nail, hosted the fundraising event for a family of 3 in Harrow.
I'm sorry. That's okay. This time of season, it's about giving. And if I was in the same predicament, I would love for somebody to help me as much as I'm trying to help them out. And even if it's just to have her help a good day and to make their Christmas special, that's what I'm going to do. That's all we can do, I guess.
Multiple sclerosis is taking its toll on the mother, whose family does not wish to be named. Her teeth are failing, and this event is helping her raise the money to go towards the high dental costs. The family of 3 lives in Harrow, and the father is the primary caregiver for both his wife and 9-year-old son who has autism. This was an important reason for Nail to run an event for them this close to Christmas.
Struggles that they go through on a daily basis is something I would never want to see anybody have to endure.
Several family members were donating money to the raffle and buying products. Roger Perot was one of them.
This is just to help them out, and it's a good thing that we're doing this.
Family and friends here?
Family, friends. Luckily that some of the vendors brought their friends out too, so they can help out. So we're grateful for all that.
The event raised a total of $650 with proceeds going directly to the family. I'm Katie Panasic, and this is MediaPlex News Now.
Standing by with your weather, we're crossing live to March Wren.
Thanks, Bernard. Let's take a look at the weather. Today, we're going to have sun dressers with a high of 3. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 4. Wednesday will be mostly sunny, dropping down to -1 degree again. Thursday, there will be sun and clouds, with a high for Friday reaching a comfortable 7 degrees. That's all for weather. Back to you, Bernard.
Thanks so much, March. And that was your news at 1. I'm Bernard de Vaal with MediaPlex Live at 1.